boy.
It
What a year it's been.
has. We have a special term for this. I learned on a TV show called The Neighborhood.
The Neighborhood?
The Neighborhood with
Okay.
Cedric the Entertainer and his
Okay.
okay, and him and his new neighbor that moves in. He's like, "We have a maniversary."
We do. We do have a
We got a
maniversary.
maniversary.
So in June of 2022, the very first episode of Round 14 aired with myself and Tim Wistard.
Good old Tim.
And Tim and I had a great time.
Yeah.
We had a great time doing it. Tim did a great job. We never would have got this thing off the ground if it wasn't for him. And then down the road, life happened, and I was kind of stuck solo for an episode and a half. I almost didn't do it. I almost did not continue it. I really did.
Really?
Yeah, I seriously. But you know what kept me? I was like, listen, number one, I started Instagram and I started this with a goal of meeting Sly.
Okay.
And that goal had not yet been achieved.
Right.
So I was not about to stop yet.
Sure.
Sophia helped me out. My daughter did a great job co-hosting a show that she had a paper to do at college with the underdog, which is pretty much what round 14 is all about. The underdog. You know, that's getting up in round 14 make the difference in your life. And then I had talked to you and asked you if you'd be willing to co-host. And you and I had met years ago. Well, again, I say met, but you and I started chatting years ago. And I don't know, we just hit it off.
Yeah, we did.
Hit it off. We just clicked. We just, it's kind of like those things. I mean, like I've said numerous times on the show, I'm an introvert by nature. But when I talk to somebody and I enjoy talking to them, I'm not the introvert that others see.
Right.
And with you, it was different. We talked about Rocky, obviously. But then we found out Batman. We found out Jimmy Buffett and Margaritaville. We found out all this other stuff. And we're like, wow, man, it's kind of crazy how much we have in common.
It's like the old saying, my long-lost brother from another mother.
Absolutely. You know, it's like, and I say that to my friends. I mean, I have my very good friend who I've been friends with for 47 years. The other guys are, 30 years and 25 years. I mean, long time I've been friends with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
And you stay that term. And we do have a lot in common. We do. But if you really get down to nitty gritty, there's a lot we don't have.
Mm-hmm.
There's very big differences in us, be it, we like sports together or we like that together, but the intricacies of the detailedness of our likes and dislikes and our ways of thinking and our integrity of life, it's definitely bizarre how web meshed we are.
Yeah.
So thankfully you said yes and bailed out everybody for having listened to me for 45 minutes every week. And our first episode was 1 year ago tomorrow.
Amazing.
And we did all three creeds. That was the very first one.
I remember that. And, Tony, it doesn't seem like it was a year ago.
It is kind of crazy. It is really kind of crazy. Like I think about it too, when we were talking about the lineup of what to do over the next few episodes, because we do have some special guests that we've been talking about and we have fulfilled promises on, but we do have more. So we're trying to fit into the weekly schedule. Mm-hmm. And then I think you're the one that said it about, we have an anniversary coming up. And like, holy crap, we do. And I didn't know it was so early in the year. I thought it was later. I thought it was like June.
Well, no, because I remembered it was about Christmas time-ish, okay? And you guys I remember you and Tim were going to just take a break for the holidays. And then I remember watching for the show to come back on, and waiting. And I'm like, and I think I sent you a text. I'm like, yo, what's going on? When you guys coming back on? You know? And you know, that, things just, things that happened, and Tim wasn't going to come back, and you were on the fence.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there,
and I thank you, and I thank a lot of the other followers out there. I know Carol had mentioned, in particular, thank you for doing the show. I really enjoy it. I'm really glad you're doing it. You don't think about. We're not doing anything deep, right? I'm not talking anybody off of ledge. I'm not, solving crimes. I mean, we're talking Rocky. We're talking motivation. We're talking Karate Kid. I mean, but in the end of the day, if we're bringing somebody who had a crappy day, some joy or some happiness, or what, it's something, then you know what? Yeah, all right. I won't mind doing that. And I never, I used to say that when I bartended. I bartended for a very long time before I went into management. I used to think about, like, did I ever talk to somebody that made a difference in their life? Like, they came there to get drunk and not care about anything anymore, maybe do something foolish.
Right.
Not that this show is that deep, but like I said, if we're doing something that somebody likes and enjoys and gets them to get away from reality for a little while,
sure,
cool. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, well,
I could help that.
We have discovered, and I'm not going to say like the Loch Ness Monster or UFOs, but some footage of, Rocky that neither of us knew, going back to one of the episodes where we're like, do you remember seeing that scene? I'm like, no. Like, oh my God. And then we went down this wormhole with all these other pictures of him and
oh my God, Dipper. Yeah.
And the knockdown, we were like, who did he knock down?
I mean, we just, we're not going to talk about every one of the 50 episodes that we've done.
No.
But I mean, we did the Rocky training montage. We did, motivational speeches and films. We did iconic movie roles that were given to somebody else and that were originally given to one person. Like, for the sake of argument, Jim Carrey was originally supposed to do Elf, and it wound up going to Will Ferrell. We did DC movies, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. We broke down Rocky 2. Talked about it, talked about it individually. We talked about Rocky, the continuity issues.
Yeah.
Remember the continuity issues on, wow, he's holding it in this hand, and the next scene he's holding it in that hand.
That was one of my favorites. Yeah, I like looking into the little nitty gritty things.
Yeah, it's funny. Sly looks at his films and he's saying, "Oh, director's cut. I want to change this. I want to change that.
Yeah,
I wish I would have done this." And you think about that stuff. Like, does that bother him that Apollo's going like this and didn't have a glove on, and he's in the ring? Like did all these years that drove him crazy.
Absolutely.
But we talked about that. This was one of my favorite episodes. We talked about how everybody has a round 14. And what the name of the show is, and what was yours, and did you get up? Obviously people got up because they're still here.
Sure.
But it's true. That's what it was named after. It was named after the keep moving forward adage. Everybody has a round 14. Some people might have several round 14s. Oh, yeah. And chances are the older you get, the more round 14s you're going to have.
Yeah.
And
sometimes there's just not big enough Band-Aids.
Exactly. See, this is why you're my co-host. So we did Rocky 3 continuity issues. We did Sly Stallone films from 80 to 99 that are not Rocky.
Yeah, I like doing that one. That was fun.
Remember, we had the Rocky references in TV, movies, and commercials?
Yes.
We talked about the Rocky cast. We hit the big group first, Burt Young, Talia Shire, Burgess Meredith, Carl Weathers.
Yep.
And then we went down from there.
Oh, wait. Let me back up just a second.
Yeah, of course.
So the one with the Rocky references in TV. Now, this is one that I never knew about. So I'm just going to touch base on this just to kind of, go back to that one episode. So Deb was up late she was up one night really late, and I had fallen asleep. She got watching some show. Everybody Hates Chris.
Okay. I don't know it, but okay.
Okay. So I can't remember the comedian's name. Anyhow.
Well, Chris, is it Chris Rock?
Chris Rock. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and so it's wait a minute. Wait. I'm just trying to understand because I don't know the show. So is it really Chris Rock?
Or well, it's Chris Rock is narrating the show.
Oh, is it animated?
No, okay. But it's like him. It's like him being younger. You like young Sheldon?
Oh, okay. I got you.
So it's Chris Rock is a preteen ish.
Okay,
I guess I never really saw it.
Yeah, same.
And Chris Rock is narrating the show, and the title or the name of the show is called "Everybody Hates Chris."
Everybody hates Chris.
Anyhow, she said this one episode was all about like referencing Rocky III and stuff. I'm like, what? Really? I've never heard of this.
Yeah, same. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
I know, it's crazy, right?
I didn't know, but it's so funny. I mean, you don't think about how there are so many people that those movies have influenced in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And there's so many, real boxers and real athletes, football, baseball, whatever. There's real celebrities in movie and TV that that film series has touched and changed their lives. I mean, it's crazy. It really is. I know I sound biased because I'm, one of the biggest rock heads there are. I like to think of myself as somebody that when they talk about the Rocky world that, our names get mentioned.
Sure.
And it amazes me on how much of an influence it is. I'm not saying other films can't be, and there other films have their following, the Back to the Future, the Star Wars, the Star Trek, Halloween, whatever it is, they all have they have conventions and stuff. But and again, there was another thing I started my Instagram page for. I was hoping to get a Rockhead convention going.
Yeah, let's still do that. We got to work on that. Which
never happened, but anyway. But I've never seen a film saga that has changed people's lives because of the majority of, not because you love the film, not because it's fun, it's enjoyable, whatever, but because somebody decided not to kill themselves. Somebody decided not to get divorced. Somebody decided not to quit their job. Somebody decided to go to the gym and not stop it and lose weight and get in better shape. Somebody decided to change their life for the better. I don't think any other film saga has that type of influence on its fans.
I agree. I think every one of those 6 films, you can take more than one scene, more than one speech, more than one segment, and apply it to everyday life, where it just drives you to keep moving forward, to keep going, don't quit, But one of my favorite non-Rocky Sylvester Stallone quotes is, boxers who like, I got into boxing because of Rocky and because of you. Is like, wait a minute, I'm an actor.
This is fake boxing.
I can yell cut.
This is fake boxing, but it's so true, so true. And we did, my goodness, we did so much more. We did the baseball films.
Yeah.
We did a whole episode on Robin Williams.
Yep.
We did, which this one's going to be coming up, I'm assuming, pretty soon. We did a Boxing Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I actually got the flyer in the mail. We're having 2 weeks. We're having a midwinter banquet get together.
Awesome.
Preliminary.
Awesome. Maybe we could do a live from there or something when you go. That'd be great.
Okay.
We got Sly's birthday. We had a big celebration for Sly's birthday. We did the greatest life movie quotes.
Oh, yeah.
Which was other films like Batman, and stuff like that. We did a whole episode on Jaws, the first summer movie blockbuster. We did a whole episode on Forrest Gump. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I completely forgot about that.
I gotta pee.
I think I gotta go pay. He's like, I had about 15 Dr. Peppers.
Come on, the Tony, the master of impressions. Let's hear it.
Oh my God, Jenny, you're my girl.
But you're my
Man.
girl.
Remember when he was narrating the story, and he's talking about how he got shot. He's like, so I'm carrying him out, and all of a sudden it felt like something bit me, and he yelled, "Something bit me!" He falls on the ground. I heard it. They call it $1 million wound, but I never saw one penny of that.
Uncle Sam must have kept all that money.
Oh man! Then we did 3 episodes back to back to back of What You Would Ask Sly. Remember that?
Oh, that was a big one. Yeah,
3 episodes. That's how many questions we had.
we did. We got quite a lot of feedback on that one.
Yeah. And then we did probably our lowest performing episode, the episode about nothing.
But
it did not have many views.
But that's okay because
nobody liked us just winging it. Oh, that's great. Yeah,
like,
so funny.
Guys, we can show up at your house and we can do this all back.
Oh my God. We did the episode about Rocky merchandise, the memorabilia, and the Rocky rooms.
Yeah,
That went over very well. We had all the boxing movies, Raging Bull, The Southpaw, The Fighter. This is a good episode. We had a lot of views for this one. The What If episode. What if Apollo lived? What if Rocky lost? What if Adrian didn't die? All that kind of stuff. And then the first of a few very sad episodes, we did the tribute to Jimmy Buffett.
Oh,
when Jimmy passed, and that was only 4 months ago.
that's crazy. And you know what's weird is someone brought that up to me just today. They're like, "Oh, Rick, I was gonna text you like 4 or 5 months ago or whatever it was when I heard that Jimmy had passed away." And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I thought I thought about you right away."
Yeah,
He was like,
I know.
"I'm like, yeah, I was on a beach."
Crazy.
I don't want to say fitting, but
Yeah, I know. So sad. We just saw in the news the other day, they are rededicating the A1A highway that goes from all the way to Key West. They're naming it Jimmy Buffett Memorial Highway.
oh, that's awesome.
And they are also issuing a limited time Margaritaville license plate.
Seriously.
So that's pretty cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to get down there and steal somebody's license plate.
Well, there's 4 choices right now, and they're voting on the 4.
Okay.
And most of them are almost the same. Like the scene is the airplane's in the water. There's a beach chair, a guitar, the parrot's in the palm tree.
Yeah.
And then it says Margaritaville on the bottom. And then the other ones are just a variation of that. Like they take away the guitar, they take away the parrot or something. I don't remember. But
I wonder if they'll do any. Keep an eye on that. I wonder if they'll do a commemorative. So it's not. Obviously, I have no use for a Florida license plate at the moment, but maybe they'll do a commemorative. I know.
But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. They might just have stamped ones that say Jimmy or something on them.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep.
We did our Expendables episode.
Mm-hmm.
We did the episode of the 70s and 80s series finales and the TV shows. We did a whole episode of Dolph Lundgren.
Okay.
And after that, we did an episode of Frank Stallone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Frank Stallone.
Did you put your order in?
I did. I
Me
did.
too.
Yeah. Let's talk about Frank's bourbon a little bit.
Is it the 15th? Is it coming on the 15th?
I think so. And I'd have to look. I don't remember.
Okay.
I know it's soon. It's soon. We'll have to have an unveiling when it happens. We'll save our bottles. We'll open them on air. Take a little sip.
Absolutely.
He had a post the other day with Frankie Sullivan, Frankie Sullivan of Survivor fame, who wrote Eye of the Tiger.
Yep.
Is now following round 14.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. But Frank Stallone and Frankie Sullivan and Agent Nikki is following. Is out with them, and they had Frank's bourbon out there. So it's available in stores in some cities, I believe.
I have, yeah. I mean, I haven't been out, so I don't know, but
I haven't looked for it either.
yeah. I ordered it, and I think I ordered a hat too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice.
I like hats, you know.
He's got some cool merch, though.
Yeah, he
some
does.
really cool merch.
I might even got a shirt. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. That camo jacket was pretty cool. He was wearing
Right
the other day.
Right. I mean, Stallone's. You guys are killing me, man.
I know, really. I know it really is. God. And then after that was our second sad episode that we did not want to do. We had a year already where we lost Jimmy, but that was our Bird Young episode.
Yeah, that
where
was
we
hard.
lost Mr. Bird Young. It says here 3 months ago. That's all it was.
Jeez.
3 months ago. So that was, that was sad. I mean, I like doing the tribute to them, but it sucks the way Wyatt had to be done.
Yeah, you know, it's like lose. In our case, you know, you and I know I can say this for you as well, because you feel the same way as I do. It's like losing a member of your family.
It really is. I know that a lot of people may think that's corny or stupid or ridiculous.
It's not.
But it really is. I mean, look, here's the bottom line. I don't want to hear about blood relation. I don't want to hear about grew up with this, but it doesn't matter. All right. If you have a relationship in some form with people, even if it's not literal, it hurts. It's that simple. It hurts. It bothers you. It's upsetting.
Sure it does.
You know, when especially at our age now, we're starting to see more and more people that when we grew up, I mean, Burt Reynolds died, or when I was even younger than that. I remember when Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin died. I remember when Elvis Presley died.
Yeah.
It's sad. You don't want to see that. And now that we're getting older, we're seeing more and more go. It's you know, I don't care. I know we don't know these people. I know we only know them from film, but it still hurts.
But you know what? We touched on this before. I think it was with Bert. You welcome them into your home every day, every other day, once a week, whatever it is, and you watch them. They become a part of your family. They become a part of you, and you want to, you know, like I was telling, I think it was Robert Bruzio, the story of, you know, he was running lines with Bert in the trailer about the ice scene from Balboa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I got to tell you this really quick anecdote where, you know, at work, before I had retired, I was part of the crew that put in the ice rink and the hockey rink every year, twice a year. And my favorite, since what was it, when they come out, 2006, Balboa?
Yeah.
Okay. Since 2006, I would say it every day because it took us a week. Ice is stupid. And people standing on ice are
more stupid.
And to this day, I haven't, you know, I retired almost 2 years ago now. They still say it. They'll text me. They'll send me a picture of the ice rink. And they'll say, ice is stupid. But this is what I mean. This stuff from Bert and Rocky and whatever, it just lives with you. It lives inside of you.
Exactly. You know? Like Duke says in Rocky IV, we'll keep this spirit alive.
Absolutely.
And I truly believe that, you know, a part, like he said too in the film, when they died, a part of me died.
Sure.
But, you know, now he says, you know, now you're the one. You're the one that's going to keep this spirit alive. You're the one that won't let them feel they died for no reason.
Right.
And that's true. I firmly believe that. And we all hope that's the way our lives are. When I go, I hope my girls talk about, remember when Daddy did this? Remember when Daddy did that? And he showed us this. He showed us that. And that's all you can hope for.
That's it.
But that was a sad episode. We followed that one up, though, when the Sly documentary was released. And talk about a wow.
That was huge.
I mean, we obviously already discussed it during that episode, but there was a lot of things that I think even the diehard rock heads did not know.
It left us with a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Unanswered questions, which we kind of found out a little bit more after from the girls' Unwaxed podcast and whatnot.
Yeah.
But still, who knew? You know? Only Sly and Frank and mom and dad who grew up in that house. Who knew?
Right. Right.
Crazy.
I mean, it's amazing how strong. I mean, we know the man is strong. I mean, he stood his ground, being offered $250,000 when he's broke to make Rocky. But to be that transparent over something that personal, that's incredible. That's something you say to your best of friends behind closed doors, not on camera to the world.
Right.
And I'm sure it was cathartic. I'm sure it helped him doing that.
Yeah. You think about that, probably 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 people's lives would have went the other direction.
Oh, absolutely.
Rather than going and meeting it head on and making his life, a lot of people would have just turned tailed and went to whatever.
It's pretty crazy though on how, again, and you saw the comments that were all made when he posted on. Remember when he posted after the documentary came out, and Sly put on Instagram on how thank you for everybody for watching, and you made it the #1 show and blah blah blah. Everybody that replied, and I know a lot of names on that list that are huge Rocky fans, Sly Stallone fans. No one had any idea his father was like that. Not one person said, "Oh, I'm glad you finally got to share that story." Everybody was shocked. I can't believe you, Dad. I never saw that comment. But none of us did.
Right. Yeah. That was a big episode for us.
Agreed.
With him, for him.
Agreed.
I'm glad that we had the opportunity just to help maybe pass it along. We didn't have nothing to do with Sly, the story, but we could help maybe move it along for others to see as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we took a road trip. We took a road trip and had ourselves a hell of a time.
Yeah, we did. Oh, we forgot about Matthew Perry. We did have a Matthew Perry.
Oh, that's right. We did. I forgot about that too. I know. I told you I wasn't going to go over every one, so I must have skipped over that one. Yeah, Matthew Perry is lost as well. That's true. I mean, let's face it. Every year, at the end of the year, there's always a list of people that have departed us. You just hope they're not as young as Matthew Perry.
Right. So, but back to the trip. Yes,
we had ourselves a time on this trip. We had dinner at the Victor, which was probably one of the best dinners I've ever had. And there's Claudio at the Victor, which is one of the greatest stories we've ever told.
Yeah, that was awesome.
He was the host. Yeah. I didn't notice the Rocky shirt. Sorry, Claudio.
Well, I think he had his jacket zipped up, so we kind of thought he was like the maitre d' or a waiter.
Oh, man.
Rick,
Tony. And then we hit the sites. We went to the landmarks, Mighty Mix.
That just seems like so long ago, but yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
statue, of course. Got the Sly Stallone shop that's at the steps. And there's, of course, the steps. Yeah, we got to Pat's cheesesteaks. There's the plaque behind us there.
Yep.
And
good thing that it's a good thing you can take selfies because I suck at them.
Well, trust me, I'm not that great either. I mean, look at it. That one actually is pretty good.
That one came out really good because typically I'm like, okay, Deb, I'll hold the phone, you push the button.
Right. And then I sat in this spot for most of the day after that.
It's a good picture.
To get that picture. Which doesn't get much better than that for a Rocky fan.
That's awesome.
We had a wonderful opportunity to talk to John Rivoli and Robert Bruzio.
Yeah, that was the first time I'd ever met, talked to them,
and they wound up coming on the show, being guests of ours, where we weren't, we didn't really do guests up until then. We started talking to them about doing more guest shots, and I told them, with all due respect, I only want to do guests if they are I hate to say worthy of the guest spot, but that's kind of where I'm going with it. You know, I didn't want to do just, the busboy at Pat's.
Yeah.
I want to do somebody that had some, background to them. And you agreed. And so, but John and Robert, my goodness, they definitely have a background to them.
Oh yeah.
So we did, they each had their own episode, wonderful interviews, great interviews. I had such a great time doing those interviews.
Right.
And then Robert had introduced us to Raymond, the director, which that was I don't know. I know you had a great time. I know you did. You told me.
Yeah.
But I had a fantastic time. He was so much fun to talk to.
He truly was. And, he looked like he really enjoyed himself. And then you shared a blog that Raymond had put up.
Yeah, that's what he had put up he has a blog. And let's see if I find it real quick so I can read it verbatim.
No. All right. Excuse the ignorance, but where do you find a blog?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, he had the link on there when he emailed me.
Okay.
But I guess it's just like our podcast. Like, you just got to know what you're looking for.
Okay.
But he wrote, "Today on my own subject. Last week I appeared on a podcast called Round 14, discussing my work, anecdoting a bit on the movie business, and talking at some length about my dear friend, the late great Burt Young. The hosts, Tony C. and Ricky B., their real names, were well prepared, genial, which is not always the case, believe it or not. The whole experience was a win. It just went live yesterday, so be the first to be a friendly witness," which was, a wonderful and thankful comment that he had.
You couldn't ask for any more than that. I mean, that's beautiful. Thank you, Raymond, for doing that.
And I emailed him back too. I said, "Thank you so much for that. That was awesome." And it's probably sad. There are probably people that work for a lot bigger venues than we have that are not prepared or that have the wrong information, or like when we first met him, how do you say his last name? Like you asked.
Yeah.
And he thanked you for asking that because somebody probably just went on there and just assumed.
Right. Or if they were looking, I guess maybe the TV plays into it a little bit, but like you're all, genial and happy. And then all of a sudden film starts rolling and then you attack them and like, well, why'd you do this? And why'd you, whatever. We want to have a good time and have fun and get your background, get your information.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, those three guys right there, John, Raymond, and Robert, any day you guys want to come back on?
Always welcome back.
Always welcome.
And they've said they will be back. I mean, I know that both of them have a nice project they're working on that we'll discuss later when they can discuss it. And we'll definitely have them back on for that. That'll be.
And I want to hold Raymond and Robert to that scene.
They
both promised us, Tony.
I know they did. I'll have to message them, or you can message it, whichever. But yeah, you're right. We have to message them and tell them, say, look, we need that Burt Young scene. They talked about. I know. But yeah, I mean, and also too, Raymond is welcome back because if he does complete and release the Burt Young documentary, I would love to hear about that and talk to him about it. And then we have more coming up too. We have some more special guests coming up that are in the back pocket there that we're working on scheduling wise. Once you start to get, I hate to say meaningful because everybody's meaningful that deserves an interview.
Maybe a
more recognizable, more
recognized celebrity,
noteworthy.
Well, Academy Award nominee Raymond.
But that's what I'm saying. Somebody like Raymond, who's Academy Award nominee, as opposed to Joe Schmo,
the busboy from
and even though you do want to hear Joe Schmo's story, let's face it, the other one's a little more recognizable, a little more noteworthy. And when that happens, you do run into schedule conflicts and try to get it going. So it may take longer than we anticipate. But we've been promising special guests, and we've given you 3, and there are more to come.
Yes, there is.
But it's been a year, and man, I can't believe it's been a year. It's amazing at how fast it goes by. And like you said, we do this for fun. We don't make a dime off of this. We dish out a handful of bucks every year, or every month, I should say. We do it for fun. We do it because we enjoy doing it. hopefully you enjoy hearing it. Hopefully you tune in and watch it. We just hit the 102 follower mark on YouTube, and our Instagram page. We've hit the 1,022 mark. We hit the 1,000 mark early this morning. So we have 1,000 followers there. Wow. Let's see. I'm just curious that Carl Weathers, did it hit 20,000 yet? No, it's at 19,600 views.
Wow.
So for us to get that type of exposure, hopefully they're coming back and looking at the website and seeing what they like, or liking what they see, I should say. That would be perfect. But yeah, I mean, and let's face facts. I mean, in the year that we've been up, we have, we mentioned Frankie Sullivan is following us. The Sly Stallone Shop is following us.
Maybe we can get Frankie Sullivan on sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
How about Nikki? Hey, Agent Nikki, we'd love to have you on.
It may be. We got the shop following us. We have, and then of course Sly himself follows us, which we went a little lull there where he wasn't following us. We were wondering he's coming back, and he came back. And he likes posts, he comments on he likes our comments, he likes our reels and our stories, which is pretty cool because that means he's actually looking at things.
You know what? I got a question about that though, because I have a specific episode in mind that is my absolute favorite of ours. And I just wonder if Sly saw it and if he loved it as much as me.
Which episode is it? No, I know what you're going to do. No. I hate you. It's not on. It's not playing.
It's not on?
Those of you that don't know what Psychotic Rick is doing, that was the episode where we were discussing Hollywood cars and how he wanted to teach me to play the piano at the end of it. I don't know how he connected that, but he did.
I saw it. He
taught me how to play.
He used to sit to your right shoulder.
Yeah.
And
now it's over here now.
And I would always see it. I would see it every time we did this. I'm like, one day just like, well, I'm going to teach him to play a song.
Oh man! So he taught me All in the Family, and then but he didn't tell me what it was. He told me the notes.
Well, that was part of our trivia music section. Remember?
Yeah, we did have the trivia music section. And then I famously did the Edith voice singing it, and I have been entertaining Rick and Deb now for months.
Yes.
Or weeks. I don't know how long it's been, but
I love it. Tony, I love you, man. I love you, brother.
Right back at you. I'm so glad you're my co-host. I'm looking forward. We have a very big year coming up. We have the Rocky Run in November. We have Rocky Day in December. We we don't know if that's going to be official yet, but we're hoping. But we have a lot going on, and we have a lot of stuff happening. And I couldn't ask for a better co-host and a better partner to be in this crazy world with than yourself. So I thank you for joining me every week. I thank you for your input. And I have a blast. I really do. Because trust me when I tell you, if I didn't, I would not do this. I would have stopped a long time ago.
Right.
I'm like, look, man, I'm not doing it. You're on your own. But I do. I enjoy it. I have fun. And I hope you enjoy the ride.
I absolutely do. And I feel 110% the same way you do. I couldn't imagine doing this with anybody else. I wouldn't be doing this with anybody else.
Yeah. Well, that's the crazy part. Like we talked about before we met in Philly, which was the first time we physically met in person. Yeah. And Gina was the one that originally was like, why don't you tell Rick to come? And I'm like, I want you to meet up. And I'm like, I don't know. There's a big difference between chatting every week for, 10 minutes before we do the show and being with somebody for 3 days and rooming with them,
Right.
And I'm just being honest. I mean, it really is. It's
absolutely.
a big difference. And of all the acquaintances I know, I can't think of one that I would want to do that with outside of the friends that I mentioned earlier. But with you, it it didn't feel strange. It didn't feel like I don't know. It's kind of weird, man.
We just picked right up and just like, okay, let's go. Where are we
like
going now?
I told you this morning, I'm looking forward to going already. It's 9 months away. Like
I know. Well, I know you did touch on the Rocky Run for everybody who's watching. Tony and I, Round 14 podcast, we are planning and we have planned to be at the Rocky Run this year. We're planning to have a tent or a booth, maybe some games, some prizes, some merch to sell, just to say hi to all you guys, maybe meet some of you face to face that we haven't. And then maybe in turn, whether depending on the date of the Rocky Run, we may take up residence in Philly for a week. If there's a Rocky Day, we plan on being that.
I know. I don't know if we can do both because November 8th is the Rocky Run.
Okay.
And Rocky Day is December 3rd.
Ooh.
That's going to be a tough sell to say I'm going back 4 weeks later.
Yeah, you're right.
That's going to be a tough sell.
Maybe we'll forget our watch there or something.
I don't know about that one. We might have to. I don't know. I'm gonna have to dangle. I'm gonna have to dangle like an island getaway to my wife. Before we do that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But and also too, nothing's announced anyway that there is going to be an official Rocky Day as far as
it's true
in Philly with events.
That's true. But if we could get Nicky on here, maybe he would talk about it. Maybe he wouldn't, but it would be nice to hear about maybe future plans with the Sly Stallone shop.
Yeah.
Nicky, if you're watching, please.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of opportunities out there we're trying to get. We've already discussed, trying to get some other people, and there's other people that, we're pushing hard to get. It's just not, it's not easy. There's a lot of podcasts out there. And they, they don't want to just go ahead and do it for no reason, or they don't want to do it for somebody with a measly 1,000 followers.
But we're good guys.
Well, that's just it. You just be honest with them. Just be honest with them and like, look, we're just two, goofballs who love the Rocky series, and let's just talk for 45 minutes and have fun.
Yeah, we're gonna come out. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna shoot the shit. Bring a bottle of beer with you if you want, just like we're at the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's no pressure here.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think it'll all work out. We're gonna have a good year this year.
Yeah, we will.
A lot going on, but we will be at the Rocky Run.
Yes.
Rick said we will have merchandise to sell. We'll have merchandise to win. We have some games and contests and just to have fun. And like you said, put some names to faces.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see some people that like or comment on our posts and we don't know them. When we went up to Rocky Day last year, we did meet some people that, like Claudio, that we never met before and that follow us and stuff. Right. So it was fun. It's fun to do. So yeah, we have the plan of going up there again. We're going to be doing the location tour again on our own, and we'll do the pictures from the film and the pictures where we are. Now that we've done it, we got a lot more pictures coming up.
I'm looking forward to doing that, those side-by-side comparisons. And you brought up something today about they added a new attraction. I don't want to say attraction like an amusement park,
well, it's not new. It's been there for a while.
Oh, okay.
I did not know that. We have a follower, young lady's name is Trish, and her thing is, I love her little her handle. Yay, Trish posted. That's her handle. But she's awesome. We met her there. Remember, we met her at Rocky Day, the curly hair girl with the
yes, I do remember her.
And she posted that she went to the docks where Rocky ran past the ship.
Yeah,
in the original film. Well, that ship is a restaurant now, and you can make reservations, which I did today. We have reservations for Saturday, November 9th at 6:00.
Beautiful. Do I need to bring a life jacket?
Are you right? I think it's part of the boat. So yeah, that's pretty cool though. I didn't know. Remember, we were looking for the boat and the dock.
Well, yes,
we were driving around.
We talked about there was a few places that we missed, not on purpose but purposely, because it was going to take so much time and we had to, we wanted to fit as much. And one was the docks, one was the zoo. And then the other was Front Street Gym, where we were trying to figure out which end that was at. And there were a couple of other ones that we wanted to see, but we just felt we didn't have the time.
Right. So this time around, now that we've done it too, it'll be easier for us to hit them and go. But we're going to go back to 1818 and take a few more, because we took our pictures and bolted. We really didn't.
Right.
I'd like to take a little bit closer pictures of 1818 so you could see it, and also take the pictures in comparison to the film. I'd like to do the same with Mighty Mix, try to take a comparison to the film with the L train.
And who knows, that might be open by then.
It might be, yeah. There was just other stuff like that we were thinking about. So now that we've done it, we've been there. It's a little easier for us to go back and handle. I mean, like you said, though, we did not go to the zoo. We did not go to the Front Street Gym. We did not go to. I mean, there's Father Carmine's, the church there that we could see. Mm-hmm. If you start training now, you could jump over the park bench like they did in Rocky 2.
Yeah.
We could video that. Speaking of working out, we started a very long time ago when we first started.
You're going to bring that up?
Yeah, I might as well embarrass ourselves, get it over with. We brought up the fitness challenge, and we did decently for a few weeks, and then we stopped for a few months. And then Rick went back for a while, and then he got hurt, and then he stopped, and now he's back again. I did mine a little bit, and then I stopped, and then I did mine a lot before I was going to meet Sly, and then I stopped. So having a new year and a new opportunity, we're going to try to start over and look our best for the Rocky Run in November.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Yeah.
We're not. Oh, by the way, we're not going to be running the Rocky Run in November, just so you guys know.
Oh no.
And it's not because of a health thing. We can't run the race and man the tent. So
that's right.
You just can't do it. So we're just going to be at the tent for the before and after.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if we can just stay off the IR, I was down for seriously 2 weeks on the couch I couldn't even move.
Yeah, it's different when you're like
back, but I'm back at it and hitting it strong. And I know you're a man of your word, and you'll get back at it as well.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try my hardest. I want to be able to walk around Philly and not get winded. Yeah. I want to remember when we were walking up the stairs and the steps in Philly, the Rocky steps, and somebody said, "I feel ridiculous walking up these steps. We should be running." I was like, I am not running these stairs. I
do remember that.
I would have had a heart attack. I'm not in that good shape anymore. I mean, I got to get back. So let's do it together. You and I keep track. Maybe every 3 weeks or 2 weeks, we could kind of post our progress. We won't show those horrendous pictures again. Don't worry. We won't scare you guys.
You have the one of me I sent you a long time ago with my Rocky Balboa. Remember that one?
With your Rocky Balboa?
With my Rocky Balboa. My picture with Rocky Balboa. The one that I did. I sent it to you. Do you remember that one yet?
What are you talking about?
You don't remember that one? Come on.
The one where we wore tank tops and stuff?
No. Oh my God.
Oh, no. I know which one.
You remember that one now?
Stupid. I know which one you mean. He's talking about a picture. He put his head on Rocky's body.
Yes.
That's when he looked good.
Yeah.
See, Sly was 60, 59, whatever he was in Balboa. We have no excuse. No excuse.
That's right. Other than
let's do it.
Cropping my head onto his body.
I didn't know what you meant at first. Now I do. Oh my God! All right, guys, we'll let you. We're enough for our craziness. You guys want to get out of here? Listen, we thank you for watching for the last year. We thank you for following. We thank you for the support. We hope we entertain you. We hope we help you laugh. We hope you have somebody else to talk to about Rocky besides your spouse, because I'm sure most spouses don't want to hear about it most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's been our pleasure to come in every week and chit chat and have a good time, and we're glad you enjoy it and hope you enjoy it. And we have many, many more episodes to come.
Absolutely. And if you guys ever have any suggestions or something you might like us to talk about, an idea for the show, like, hey, I like this, shoot us a text or a message. And,
yeah,
if there's something we can do, we'll do it.
No, definitely. We've always said that, just let us know. And I know most of the diehards, they say a little stuff in the chat. But yeah, give us some ideas. I know that, oh my goodness, we have it coming up. We didn't forget about it, the Rocky IV commentary. Who was in the chat that asked for the Rocky IV commentary?
Oh,
was that
God.
Chris? No, it wasn't the Rocky IV. It wasn't the comment. It was it wasn't the chat. It was when we did the live. And it was Chris, Balboa Boy.
Okay.
1977. He asked about the Rocky IV commentary. Well, that's coming, Chris.
Yeah.
That's coming. We're probably talking 2, maybe 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But my point is that we did it because he asked about it. So
that's right. That's right.
So just ask and you shall receive.
That's right.
All right, my friend.
Tony, thank you. Thank you for asking me to do this a year ago. I've had the time of my life. I've enjoyed every second of it. And I met a brother.
I appreciate it, man. Same here. I feel the same way. We'll see everybody next week and have a good one. Thank you for tuning in.